Ugh. Hello everyone. I haven't done a reading in a very long time. I hope you guys can hear me. I don't know if we'll do pile 1, 2, or 3. We might just do pick a number. 1, 2, or 3. I'll give you a minute. We'll do the piles 1, 2, or 3. So pick a number that you feel drawn to. 1, 2, or 3. Pick a number. 1, 2, or 3. Okay, for pile 1, Spirit, tell me the message for pile 1. What is the message for pile 1? Ooh, we've got the World and the Nine of Wands. Anything else for pile 1? 5 of Cups. With the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck, which is the card of karma. So you've learned some kind of lesson, or there was a lesson that you needed to learn. So that's what the World is about. It's the completion of the cycle. The Fool is the beginning of the cycle, and the World is the ending of that cycle. If you see the World, you have learned your lesson. If you see the Tower, there's a couple more things you have to learn. But we're at the World right here, so there's a lesson you've definitely learned. Alright, sorry about that. So you've learned a lesson somehow or some sort. The Nine of Wands is about defensiveness, being too overreactive and overprotective over yourself and your own boundaries. Kind of like being too fixed in one spot. Too fixed in one spot. The 5 of Cups, however, is because the 4 of Cups is dissatisfaction and complacency, but the 5 of Cups is an emotional loss. So you went through an emotional loss of some sort, or someone around you has gone through an emotional loss of some sort. Has gone through an emotional loss of some sort. It's like, honestly, what this card gives me the vibe of is you're looking at all the spilt milk. Because you see how he's standing over the cups and he's pondering the cups. I just hear from the back of my head, he needs some milk. If you guys know that meme, awesome. That's one of my favorite memes. But or vines, I think it's fine. But basically, this person's disappointed, or their attention is very captured by the 5 Cups here. So either a situation of much grief is captivating your attention, or since you have the karma card at the bottom of the deck, and the song I'm hearing for this pile 1 is Karma's a Bee. You know, karma's a bitch, I shoulda known better. If I had a wish, I woulda never effed around. When I saw the pics of you and her, felt the knife twist. Karma's a bitch, and she's with you right now. And then there's two versions of that song. There's the JoJo Siwa version, which was so criticized. Honestly, that's my favorite version of the song because I just feel like JoJo put so much life into it. She's a dancer and she put so much joy and life into that song. And then you have Britt Smith who's the original of that song, and it's good, but it just doesn't have the theatrics that JoJo's does. My point is that's the song that I'm hearing for this reading, and the Wheel of Fortune is the karma card. So when I'm saying somebody has a loss, they're focusing and they're being defensive, they're guarding their emotions too tightly. You've learned lessons. So what I'm getting, if it's not you going through the pain, it's an ex. It's an ex missing you, sitting over here at the spilled milk, being, denying. Oh, I don't miss them. Where they're over here obsessing over you constantly. And you've learned the lessons that you've needed to learn. You've grown up and moved on and don't give a shit about them anymore. The other song I'm hearing for this reading is X's, which is by Tate McRae, which is, oh, I'm sorry that you love me. Change my mind up like it's origami. Kisses to my exes who don't give a shit about me. Kisses to the next one who think they can live without me. And we make up, then we break up, then I swear I'll never call me. That's the song. Kisses to my exes, the other one that I was thinking about, I can't, by Tate McRae, is the "It's Okay, I'm Okay," So what that scenario brings up is you were fascinated about, and I'm seeing this in the cards, is that, especially with the World card here, here's what I'm getting from Spirit. You were obsessed with someone. And flip gender roles if needed. It can be a masculine presenting person or a femme presenting person. Okay, it can be a non-binary individual or gender non-conforming individual. Can be whoever this is for, right? You were obsessed with this person, right? And this person taught you a lot about yourself, about things that you needed to learn, to grow up from. And you took a lot of time doing that, but you're doing it slow, and this person mistook it as that you were stuck, right? But you weren't stuck. You were quietly observing and making moves in silence and taking your damn time. And during that time, you changed from being heavily obsessed with this person who was like a mentor, a teacher, or a close friend to you, or a person that you were obsessed with, whatever. You changed from being completely obsessed with them and became completely obsessed with yourself. What I hear is that one line from Kesha's song Joyride where she goes, "Oh, you love me? Well, that's funny. So do I." So you're out there having a good old time. You're going to give two rat's asses about your exes, your ex-friends. Because what I'm getting is this is a person that you're in separation from. You guys are not talking. You're not on speaking terms. This person just has to sit and watch you. And they're over here denying that they're thinking about you at all, which they're thinking about pretty much all. They're thinking about the spilt milk. So they're thinking about the situations and all the things she says, running through my head. I don't know. That's specific, I guess. But it's all the memories, all the interactions, all of it. They're running over, going over that, running over it over and over and over and over and over in their head. Where did I go wrong? Where did I misjudge this person? Because you showed that you have great strength. You completed the lessons that needed to be completed, because that's what the World card is. The World card shows up when you've done what you've needed to do. You've learned a lesson and a new cycle can begin. So if the World card is here, you've learned what you needed to learn, and you can move on and move forward with your life and learn a new lesson and keep ascending in the way that you're supposed to. And this person didn't see that coming for you. They thought they had you stuck. They thought they had you right where they wanted you, that they could manipulate you, talk shit about you, and you'd still be obsessed with them. And now it's the opposite. They're obsessed with you because they don't know how you just went. You had a huge glow up and they don't know where the fuck that glow up came from. They're like, whoa, missed me with all that extra shit. But wait a minute, how'd they get so hot? You know? And they're sitting over here and they're talking about you. You know, to them, well, I don't think they're talking about you. I don't get that. Instantly spirit tells me no, not talking about you. But they're internally mulling you over in their head 24/7. They can't sleep. I think they're eating a lot less too. They can't sleep, they can't really eat, they can't really think straight, and when people confront them and try to talk to them, they're all, no, shut it down, I don't want to talk about that, I don't want to talk about my emotions, I don't want to talk about my feelings, no, I hate them, I don't like them, but yet they're over here thinking about, oh, I should have said this to them, I should have been nicer to them, I underestimated them, why did I do that, you know? So there's that's the situation, you know, that you're in. And this person, they're waiting for you, or I think they're not like waiting for you to come back to them. No. They're waiting for you. And what I mean by that is they're waiting to see your next move. And they're withholding all of this within themselves. Spirit is very, very proud of you for moving on, moving forward, and being like, fuck you, bitch, I have options. Because you do have options. You're gorgeous, you're beautiful, whatever gender that you identify as, you're fantastic, you're beautiful, right? And you know that now. You have self-worth now. You know who you are. And you couldn't give two shits about this person. And frankly, they don't cross your mind much often anymore. But this person cannot stop fantasizing about you, thinking about you, obsessing over you, wondering, where did I go wrong? And Spirit says, you're just supposed to move forward. The separation was supposed to happen. These lessons were meant for you to learn, and then the relationship was supposed to be ended after you learned those lessons so you can move forward and level up to the next level that you're in life. 1304 on the timer. You're meant to level up and move forward now. You, Spirit saying, you're not meant to go back to this. Do not go backwards to this. Keep moving forward. Don't go back. Don't go back to people who are underestimating your energy, your tenacity, your resilience, your specialness. Do not go back to people who underestimate your worth. Spirit says keep moving forward, keep walking, keep doing what you need to do to grow and thrive and ascend, because that's what you're supposed to do. But if you were wondering, yes, they're obsessed over you and they can't get over it. Let's get some message cards from this person that's obsessed with pile 1. Okay, the first one I have right here. I didn't feel like I was on your level. You're a boss. I'm very much insecure. Yeah. That pairs up with the cards. Like, they let you go. You know, you're not on their level. I mean, they're not on your level. I have abandonment issues. I grew up in a single parent household. I had a rough childhood. So this person probably has a lot of childhood trauma. This was a hard lesson I needed to learn. I was out of control. So that card, I either think it could be for both of you or them, where it's there's a hard lesson to learn, but you had to learn it because you were out of control. Yeah, but the specifically, so those are your message cards. I didn't feel like I was on your level. You're a boss. I'm very much insecure. So another thing that could happen with these cards is they, instead of feeling you were stuck, they felt like they weren't quite worthy of you, or that you were too much on a pedestal above them. And they were like, I don't match up to that. I'm gonna move forward. So those are your message cards. That pile 1, that is your reading. All right, scat along. Bye bye. It's piles 2 turn. Hello, pile 2. Welcome. All right, Spirit. Tell me the message for pile 2. Ooh. Oh, what do you know? The Tower. Oh, three of chalices. Interesting. Kind of just giving me homewrecker vibes. Oh, eight of wands. Empress on top of the deck. And what's at the bottom of the deck? Page of chalices. Or page of cups. Man, Empress on the top. Kind of giving me Prego energy. 3, I just immediately, I see these two. And I think in the Tower card and the Three of Cups, and I go, oh, third party situation, homewrecker situation. And that's immediately what my intuition tells me. And then with the Empress here, I'm like, oh no, did somebody have an affair and get somebody else pregnant? So 8 of Wands. Movement, acceleration, character, project. Eight of Wands. Feel like things are. What the book said was that things are running smoothly. That you're surrounded by creative ideas, ideals, and if it's a relationship, that it is going well. I mean, with the Empress here, that to me implies that somebody is prego ego. And feelings are at a peak. It's just a really good stable relationship. Then you have the Tower here. Somebody you could, okay. So 8 of Wands, right? Everything's going good, relationship's going good, everything's passionate, creative. You're on to the next trajectory, the next chapter of your life, and you're moving forward, and everything's good, and you feel protected and stable and all that. But in your relationship or anything, or in your relationship or in situations like at work or otherwise, then the Tower comes in. Third party situation, and you realize that maybe your partner or whoever you're in a relationship is having an affair. They could have gotten another person pregnant. They could have gotten you pregnant, and you're finally stable and secure, and you're going to have a kid. Then you find out that your partner is having an affair or whatnot. That's immediately what my brain goes to when I see these cards. Feelings are and emotions are high, and it just, everything was going smoothly until it wasn't. I'm gonna ask for some more information, Spirit, on this reading for pile 2. Ooh. King of Swords. Right, the other thing was communication. That communication needs to happen. Or will happen. King of Swords. The King of Swords brings order and discipline to everything they do. They are an authority figure who establishes strict rules and lays down the law. They are a doctor, academic, or other professional who holds a position of power. At their best, the King of Swords enforces communally defined rules and standards of safety, justice, or intellectual rigor. They are logical, loyal, and clear-seeing. At their worst, however, they are authoritarian. The authoritarian King of Swords is unsympathetic, domineering, cruelly calculated. In general, the King of Swords is ambitious, intellectual, charming, rationally minded, and has good judgment. They usually have a calm, balanced effect that makes the people around them feel reassured. Honestly, it seems like there's a very, very happy relationship. And the other thing that this could be, other than third party, is it could be a poly relationship. It could very much be a polyamorous relationship where there's three of you collectively dating each other in a consenting polyamorous relationship where the three of you are each attracted to each other, right? That's the other thing. But communication, authority type. The other thing I was thinking when I was reading that passage is like, I guess maybe there could be two women in this situation and two female presenting persons, one masculine presenting individual. And that masculine presenting individual, if y'all know BDSM or whatnot, it could be the daddy or the sir of the situation. The dominant of the situation. That's what I was feeling. I don't really understand what Spirit is trying to tell me right now because, on one hand, like, I guess what it is this relationship on the outside looks really, really great. Everything working in harmony and everything going as it should be, but yet it's not. Yet there's a lot of disharmony and chaos. I'm not sure why. I'm not understanding what Spirit is saying, King of Pentacles. There's a want, there's a need for stability. It's you could have communication issues or financial issues, but then the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords represents good communication and good stability. King of Pentacles is somebody who has a lot of money, a good amount of money, and I don't know, it's giving sugar daddy vibes. Two of Swords, two men fighting on the bottom of the deck, and there's two men here. It's interesting to me. It could also be a friend group where there's three of you and there's two masculines and one femme, or just an individual that the two masculines are fighting over, honestly. Explain Tower to me. The Emperor. This is interesting. Emperor and the Empress, divine counterparts. This is a relationship that's supposed to happen. It's a connection that's supposed to be there. Now you got Four of Wands, which on low-key represents marriage, fertility, and children. It also represents holding on too tightly, too possessively, or whatnot. I don't... What is the Tower for pile 2? Oh. Throws at me 2 cards. Three of Pentacles, teamwork. and King of Chalices, somebody balanced with emotions. It's like, this is what I'm getting. It's a really, 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 really stable relationship. Everything's going as planned. You have a house, you have good finances, you have good communication, you have balance. You and your partners are very well equipped to handle this situation. I don't know what the Tower is. Oh, that actually might be it. That might be it. You don't know what the Tower is. I don't know what the Tower is. Spirit doesn't know what the Tower is. You're waiting for the other shoe to drop, the other boot to drop. This relationship is too good to be true. Where's the Tower? Where's the chaos? Where's the disruption? Why am I getting everything that I want and deserve? Where's the Tower? Where's the Tower? Where's the Tower? Where's the Tower? Or when's the other shoe drop? When does it, you know? When does everything good and great that I love and adore detonate into something awful and terrible? You're looking for that. You're waiting for that. And you've got so much goodness around you. Honestly, I resonate real well with this one right here because I'm currently in a relationship. And I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. So I find this very funny. Coincidental. But I just see two people who, it's a very healthy relationship. Whether it's 2 people or 3 people, whatnot. It's a very healthy relationship, but it's not without some worries. Maybe your partner is worrying about a third-party situation with you. And it doesn't mean you're involved with a third party, and it certainly doesn't mean your partner is. It could just mean that both of you have worries. Oh, is he or she or they or them whatnot going to cheat on me? Both of you could be having this anticipation for where's the boom? Where's the detonation of the Tower? Where's the everything falls apart and I'm left with nothing again? Both of you could be 27 on the timer. Both of you could be having that happen. And you don't exactly know. You don't know what's ahead, and you know what's behind you. Yeah, there's really nothing more with the energy of all these cards other than, because the energy itself, which is normally what I read in readings, right? What I feel the cards are telling me, right? The energy here is content energy. It's day-to-day energy. It's healthy energy. It's emotionally stable energy. It's somebody who's healing and going forward. Day-to-day, dealing with the mundane and the boring, because when you get really rooted in reality, it just feels like time scraping by. I mean, it does for me. So the energy just feels like it's day-to-day, it's everyday energy. But yet there's these worries of, oh, the house is going to burn down. You know what I mean? And what if you leave me for somebody else? You know, let's get message cards. Spirit, what are message cards for pile 2, please? I am on a spiritual journey. You have awakened me. Yes, I was cheating. Oh, wow. What is this now? Oh my God. The other thing it could be is everything was going so great, everything was going so well, but you caught your partner in the act, or you suspected they were cheating and you walked out on them. I guess Spirit is telling you, yes, they're cheating. Yes, I was cheating, is what it says. Damn. Stalker alert, I check up on you often. Yeah, that's the other thing that I was feeling with the 8 of the Eight of Wands and the Four of Wands, possessive, protective, watching you from afar, walking around, stalking you, taking pictures of you, all that. Um, mm, ooh. You are so smart. You have me figured out. I couldn't give to you. Like I wanted to because I'm still healing from my past. Okay, well, I hope that's the information you wanted to hear. I know the reading is a little spotty. But the other thing I want to say about the reading before I go is the other situation is that it could be as you were in a past relationship with a person or partner or whatnot, and you suspected them cheating. You found out information on them, and you found out, yes, they were cheating on you. You're so smart. You have me figure it out, right? You figured out they were cheating on you, so you took your shit and you left. And now your life is looking up. You're stable. You've got healthy communication with people around you. You've got good peers around you. You've got good financial stability because you've worked your ass off. And you have a divine counterpart coming in. So your life is on a good, stable track after this fiasco. Yeah. Alright. Skedaddle along, kiddos. It's time for pile 3. Get on out of here. Go on. Shoo, 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 shoo. Alright. Hello, pile 3. Hello, pile 3. How are you guys? Alright, Spirit, what is pile 3's message? My god, I dropped half the deck. Let's see what this one is. Ooh, Page of Wands, a message. Ooh, oh, wow. Two of Pentacles, call for balance. Oh, my. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. Strength at the bottom of the deck. You know, the horn in this picture reminds me, I don't know of how many of you know C.S. Lewis's Narnia, but that's what the horn reminds me of, is Susan's horn from Narnia. It's funny because the little goat satyrs, I believe, which reminds me of Mr. Tumnus from Lion the Witch and the Wardrobe in Narnia. Knight of Swords. The Page of Wands is just inspired and confident and energetic energy combined with a message. I'm still trying to memorize. I've been a reader for a long time, and I have to often go back and rememorize what each card means, aside from what my intuition tells me. that they mean towards the reading. All right. Two Pentacles. Yep, the Two Pentacles is about balance. It's like, I mean, there's a lot of energy in this in this reading. You got a message, and then messenger, and then juggling work and finances or whatnot. Nine of Swords. When you're done with the phone, sit it on the table where the TV is, on the not the left but the right, the charger. Seems like you're advocating your needs, moving forward and healing day to day. I don't know if there's much of a... My throat kind of feels closed, honestly. But, I don't know if you're struggling to communicate, or if you have a hard drive and passion to communicate, or if you've received a phone call. Whatever... Well, you know, you look at Susan's character, and Susan's character from Narnia again. She has a lot of strength in her. You know, the strength is at the bottom of the deck. A little bit more information, Spirit, on what you're trying to tell me for pile 2. Because balance, maybe... creativity, communication, balance, and Seven of Wands and King of Chalices, Wheel of Fortune, the card of karma. So, juggling your feelings, balancing your feelings. You have strong determination to reach your goals. And with the Seven of Wands, you're advocating well, expressing your need for boundaries and other things. And you're doing it from a state of calm and healedness, and a state of calm and healing. I look at this, and it makes me think of Lucy with Aslan. I don't know why the Narnia references. But that's what's just coming into mind, honestly. And I think it's even funnier that, you know, there's the centaur here with the bow and arrow. Because Susan, I believe, in Prince Caspian, she had, you know, they were doing the archery and all that. And there was a lot of centaurs that were doing archery with Susan. For the fair, I almost called it a Ferris wheel. Maybe you have a fair up where you live. Whatnot. The fair's coming up. OC Fair is coming up this summer. But what goes up must come down. That's what I'm hearing for the Wheel of Fortune. Is what goes up must come down. The balance. It almost reminds me of Libra with the scales. And then pull some of these cards. I didn't use these for the other whatchamadoodles, piles. But I'm going to use it for yours so I can understand more of what Spirit is trying to tell me for pile, 3. Pile 3. I don't know if I said pile 2 earlier. It's supposed to be pile 3. I hope I didn't mess up. Alright, Spirit. Anything else for pile 3 to clarify what you're trying to tell me about them so I can convey the message? Palm tree. All of this with ascending and palm tree, which palm tree is stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, flexibility, and ascending is transcending obstacles, leaning, expansion, new faith, preparing for union. With the strength card and everything else, you're advocating your boundaries, you're balancing your work life, your home life, or you're learning to balance thoughts. I don't know if that makes sense, but the yes and from dialectical behavioral therapy. You maintain a lot of joy, a lot of exuberance for life now, and you have a lot of ambition into what you put your energy into. The wheel here is just a reminder that the wheel's going to keep on turning, whether good karma comes in or not. That's none of your concern right now. Your concern is to continue growing and healing and focus on balancing your yin with your yang, balancing your shadow and your light. Focus on ascending, focus on healing, focus on self-mastery, okay? Focus on growing like a palm tree, strong and slender and fluid and flexible, bending with the wind, right? You know, because if you think about how Lucy is, she's strong, she's gentle, she's I think it's Lucy the Valiant is what Aslan crowns her, and Susan the Gentle, I believe. But I'm definitely getting a feminine energy for this reading. But Spirit is just saying, you're doing great. The wheel's turning. Day-to-day life is going. Balance your yin and yang. Balance your shadow. Be careful of what you say. Regulate what you say. Regulate your emotions. Don't focus so much on what people are going to think about what you say or do. Spirit just wants you to know, like, if you like with me, what I'm thinking about right now is like filter thoughts. Like if you're a person who just boom, I have to say it, and it comes out and it's a thought that maybe should be filtered. That's all Spirit is saying. Make sure you filter thoughts that maybe shouldn't be said, like inappropriate jokes or stuff like that, or trauma dumps that maybe not everybody wants to hear. I'm working on that, but as you grow, as you ascend, don't forget your gentleness. Don't forget your strength, your inner strength, how strong you are and how many battles you've fought. Just keep going forward. I'm hearing slow and steady wins the race. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. The little blue engine who could, right? Just keep going and growing and focus on stable mental health, a stable physical health. Focus on being healthy, and you'll get there. You'll get there. I think that's that. And King of Chalices, once you balance and focus on what you're supposed to do, and heal, and when you're at a place where you're comfortable, where you feel like you're stable, your King of Cups is gonna come in, okay? And you're gonna have a good relationship, or you're gonna just have a stable friend that you can talk to, a masculine friend. And it can, females can be masculine and males can be feminine, could be a non-binary individual, whatever. When you're there at that spot to be ready to receive a new relationship, Spirit says you're gonna have a good friend, a good spouse, or whatnot. Okay, it could even be a good boss for work. All right, message cards for pile 3. Ooh. That one doesn't. Makes sense to me. Okay, my pile 3 smashes cars. Sorry. I gotta shuffle the deck. Okay, here we go. This one says, I'm tired of the silent treatment. I want to sit down and talk about this once for all. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you're ready, you're going to be able to have a talk about whatever that might be. I look at my phone every day hoping I would see a message from you. I am ready to come clean. I can't lose you again. So, whatever that means for you, take what resonates, leave the rest. Whatever that means for you, that's for you. I don't have much more to say on this reading. I've said what I said, Spirit said what they said, and this is the end of the reading. So I do hope you guys enjoyed the readings and you have a fine rest of your day. Pop a like and subscribe, please. And treat yourself with care and take care of yourself, and I hope to see you again someday for another reading. Bye-bye.